Any other questions? Can you please go to Canvas and check if you can access the PL900 quiz 1, everyone?
Yes, it's there and I can access.
Perfect. Thank you, Jamil. I don't see your colleague Jamil in the training. I don't remember her name. Is she joining?
I'm trying to call her.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, if you don't have any questions, I believe we can move on to the next topic for today. Um, so I'll leave it to you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Ammar. Okay, so before we start, I found this very nice, flashcard. I shared the link with you in the chat. It will do some kind of revision for you with the basic information. They are around 68 questions. So you will have the question on one side of the card, and then you can check the answer on the second part. This is not exam questions. Okay, this is just for you to refresh your memory with the information related to the exam. I guess Khalid shared with you all the content, and also we have everything ready on Canvas. So if you want to revise the information, go ahead, read, do like a summary paper on the side, because some of the questions come really from the text that you will be reading on MS Learn. So try to read a lot about the exam before you decide to take it. Now, what will happen and what we are trying to do together, we are trying to show you how you can answer the questions using several techniques. And at the same time, what I will be trying to do is that I will be trying to discover the answers together, me and you, by opening the different platforms like Power Apps, Power BI, Power Automate. So we will be opening the apps and we will try to extract the answers from just seeing where each a question sits. So in this way, you will the information will stuck more in your brain. We will not cover all the questions that will be posted on Canvas. They will be around 200 plus question. Each session, we will try to cover as much as we can. But before, I just wanted to check your knowledge. So what I did, I prepared a form with 21 questions. I'm posting the link here on the chat. I would like you to go through all the questions. And once you click on submit, I will start seeing your answers over here. And what I will do, I will be switching between this view where I will read together with you the answer. I will be checking what you answered to that specific question, and then I will move forward with each application to show you the result. Okay, so this is the flow of this session. It is, as mentioned by Ammar, it will be interactive, but I need everyone to participate. So if we have 45 attendees, I need to see here 45 names on my screen. Okay, so I will give you 10 minutes to go through the questions. 21 questions. Just read them because I need you to do the first attempt from your side so that when we try to answer it, you can validate whether you are following a good technique by answering the questions. Most of the questions on the exam are like logical questions. You can answer them straightforward, but other requires a deep knowledge. This is why we will be opening the applications one by one. Okay, so let's get started, please. Everyone, go through the link that I shared on the Teams, or you can simply scan it. If you are using a mobile phone, you can scan it and you can start. Okay, it's now 10:15. We will be starting together at around 10:25. Okay, so 10 minutes for you to go through the questions and to start answering them. Okay, and if you have any question while you are trying to answer, go ahead and write it in the question in the chat. I hope you started with the questions. I can see that we have a new joiners. Please go through the Microsoft forms and start answering the questions. Okay. Can you put for us like thumbs up to see if you started already or no? Okay, perfect. Amazing. Yeah, looking forward to your answers. So what you are answering right now are questions that are coming from previous exams. So they collect them all in one website. And from there, we were able to create for you the 8 quizzes. So you are doing right now real samples if you want. Um, so if you feel it's easy, then you are really ready for the exam. I want all the participants to start working. Shahid, we will inform you about the exam date. It's not yet like announced. We are just in the preparation phase. So what we are trying to do is that we will expose you to real exam questions. We posted the quiz as mentioned by Ammar. We prepared for you 8 quizzes, so you are ready. And in these sessions, we will be trying to solve the questions together. So on the specific date of the exam, we will be announcing it uh, after we finish at least this first like certificate. Yeah, so thank you for asking. For the drag and drop questions in Microsoft Forms, you have to answer it by typing it in the text. So it is a text question. It's not similar to Canvas. So Canvas, it's really like the exam, but in Forms, we have only 2 types of questions. The multiple choice, and pay attention, some of the question will require you to answer 2 answers. And for the drop down, it is a text. So you have to go ahead and type your answers. You are unable to access the form, Muhammad. Ammar, you can. Can you please reshare the link?
Yeah, 1 second.
And you can access it. And I feel most of them are doing it. I'm not sure
And
what
I
is
can
the
access it
problem.
from my side. Muhammad, try to have you scanned the QR code? Well, are you accessing something else?
Muhammad, if you
I will
have,
put the link in the chat, Solange.
perfect,
1 second.
perfect. Muhammad, if you have a mobile in your hand, so just scan it and it will open on your mobile phone. Okay, perfect. So you can access it now, Muhammad. We still have 4 more minutes. And we will see if you still need more time. I can give you the time. It's fine. I need you really to, first of all, try and do an attempt to solve the questions, and then we will do it together. So the technique is that you attend with me, you do the first attempt, I go through the questions, we solve it together, and then you go to Canvas and you try to solve them one more time. Okay? We want to see that you are really committing to this certification so that we will be providing you with the vouchers for the exam. These exams are super important for you, especially for your career. You know, now everything is built on M365. The two certificates that we selected are the fundamentals. They are not hard, but they will equip you with a lot of knowledge. So in this way, if you want to work in the field and you want to, you are like submitting your CV to a specific job and you show them that you are certified from Microsoft, this is an added value to your CV. It will boost it and will empower you as well. And very important point for the exam, it doesn't require any like hands-on lab, or you don't really need to know how to develop, for example, application, a dashboard, but it will require you to understand the core concepts of each and every platform. Okay. Okay, we still have 2 more minutes. Maybe I will give you more time so that you will all submit the questions.
What do you
And
have a question? I can see that your hand is raised.
no, I guess when I said like put thumbs up, she put the hand.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, 1 more minute, but I guess you still require more time. Okay, can you type us in the chat which question you reached right now, just to see the average? Oh, 11. Oh, wow. 7, 10, 11. Okay, so you still need more time. It's fine. It's fine. This is a good practice for you. The drag and drop question taking time. Okay, you just need to write it. Okay, you just need to write the answer. But I'm happy that you are taking your time. Actually, this is the most important point in the exam. It requires you to read the case and to understand. When you understand the case, the answer will be straightforward. Yes, sure. I will give you more, like 5 more minutes. Okay, it's fine, Noura. Try as much as you can. Okay, but I cannot like waste more time. So I need you to start really submitting. Yes, sure, Noura. Thank you. This is a good practice for you. Actually, the questions today are more on Power Apps and Power Automate. Okay, in the next session, we will be covering more Power BI. So I think I will cover some concepts before we do this quiz. Okay. Okay, I can see I have one response. Okay, a student from HCT. Perfect. Can you give me your feedback? Did you find it hard, easy? Okay. 3 more minutes and we will start. I need at least 5, 6 responses. Okay. Two more minutes. Perfect. We have 2 responses. This is another point that you have to work on to manage your time in this exam. You have actually around 30 to 40 questions and you have around 45 minutes. So you have to start practicing, as I mentioned, reading through the questions, understanding them so that you will be able to respond. Now, how you master it? You master it if you practice really well. So the questions that we have on Canvas are really a good way for you to test your knowledge. We can repeat them over and over for you after we take, like, we can check if we can make it like several attempts, and we will select the highest grade for you. This is not to make you memorize the question, but to expose you more to the questions so that you will be able to really go fast whenever you are doing the exam. Okay, 1 more minute. Please try to submit. Perfect. We have 4 responses. Okay, so I will start, but feel free to continue and submit your answers. Okay, it's fine. While I'm doing it, try to finalize it because I need to test your information. So let's go through the first question, read it together, and then try to answer it. So the question said, a large retail company implements Power Apps, okay, Microsoft Flow, and a common data service. The board of directors is asking whether users are finding value in the technology, okay? So the company would like to measure and report usage of the software. You need to recommend a tool to determine software usage. What should you recommend? Okay, so this is the question. Let's go to your answers. Perfect. We have 7 responses now. So most of you select Power Platform Analytics. Let's see the answer. And this is the correct answer. Amazing. All of you who answered this question correctly, amazing job. Now, let's see how we can analyze it. Let's go through the options one by one. We have Microsoft Intune. Anyone knows what is Microsoft Intune? Please type in the chat so that I know if you have any knowledge about the rest of the technologies by Microsoft. So this is a common question where they will show you other technologies not related to the exam that you are doing. And Microsoft Intune is one of those technologies. Anyone knows what is Microsoft Intune? If yes, write it in the chat. Okay, Microsoft Intune is like a solution where you can manage devices. Okay, perfect. No worries. You can manage devices. It's not related to Power Platform at all. It's just for managing devices in the sense of sending updates, sending, for example, a new software, launching the new software, managing like the flow of information between your personal account and your company account. So this is not related to the full platform. This is why we don't need to select it. Now, the second option was Azure Stream Analytics. Do you know what is a stream? Did you use Microsoft Stream at any point? Okay, type in the chat. Microsoft Stream, we used to use it during COVID. It's like a place where you can manage videos. So now it's related more to, and it migrated from Microsoft Stream to videos. And it used to support us with, like, for example, transcribe, dividing the video into chapters and so on. So this is similar to what we have in Microsoft Teams right now. So the back end is Microsoft Stream, and also it's not related to this one. Now, the correct answer is Power Platform Analytics. As you can see, the question is straightforward. It's very easy. You can just neglect, go through the different options, and you can straightforward know the answer. So this is the first type of questions where it is straightforward, and they will try to list some of the other technologies that is not related to the question. You just need to have some knowledge about these different technologies. Okay, now for the second question, here it's a drag and drop. As mentioned by Ammar, on the canvas, you will have the same experience, but now with me here, you need to type your answer. Okay, so let's see what was your answers. Okay. The second question, Power Apps, okay, Power BI. Let's see the correct answer. So the correct answer is Azure Active Directory, and now we speak about it, and Power Apps Admin. Okay, maybe you don't know anything about Azure Active Directory. I will tell you more about it. So what is the question? A company uses Power Apps. Okay, you need to perform administrative tasks for the company. Which admin center should you use? Okay, to answer, drag the appropriate admin centers to the correct requirement. Each admin center may be used once, more than once, or not at all. Okay, so this is very tricky. You may need to drag the split bar between pans or scroll to view. It's very easy. You just drag and drop the right answer. Now, let's go through them. Create user accounts for Power Apps. So Power Apps is one of the M365 bundle. So if you open M365 bundle and you go through the 9 dots over here, Power Apps is one of them. Now, how I can get a username and password? We usually get the username and password through something, or through the admin center of Azure Active Directory. So through the Azure Active Directory is where we are creating the accounts, okay? And the same account can be used across all platforms. So the correct answer here is Azure Active Directory. Now, the second question, assign the environment maker role to a user. This is because I'm assigning a role to a user. It will go through Power Apps Admin Center. Okay, so this is where we are assigning the environment because it's more related to the Power Apps. Okay, I guess most of you answered the second question correctly, but the first one, no, because you don't know anything about Azure Active Directory. It's a place for admins. I don't have access, otherwise I could have showed you. It is a place where we create accounts for all M365, and the same account will be used across all the platforms. Okay, let's go to question number 3. And here, let me see your answers. Okay, so here Power Automate, Power Apps, Power BI, Azure Function AI Builder, Power Automate. So the correct answer is Power Automate, Power Apps, and Power BI. Most of you make it. Let's check the question right now. Okay, a rapidly growing company produces Office 365 license for an employee. The company wants to empower users to build apps. Okay, automate business process and analyze data without requiring expertise or development skills and without increasing IT expenses and dependencies. You need to recommend tools so that the users can accomplish specific tasks. Which tool should you recommend? This is very important question. Why it is important? It is important because now when you graduate and you join a company, actually you can use whatever you learned in this in this competition and in these certificate. So for example, if you want to build automatic workflow that access multiple data source, so here the keyword is workflow. How can I create a workflow? What is the correct answer? By Power Automate. Okay, by Power Automate, I can create a flow and get access from multiple data source. The second question, create custom app that addresses specific business need. The word app is the keyword. So which application helps me to create an application? It's Power Apps, as you mentioned. And then finally, design insightful data visualization. So the keyword here is visualization. So I need to visualize the data. How I can visualize the data through Power BI. Okay, I guess most of you mentioned the Power Automate, Power Apps, Power BI. Amazing job. Perfect. Now, as you can see, till now the questions are easy, and this is how the exam will start. The exam will start with easy question, just okay, to warm up, but don't expect around 50%, I can say, the questions are straightforward, and you can use techniques like elimination and so on in order to answer the question. The rest will require you to really have knowledge, I can say knowledge about the different tools. Question number 5. So a company plans to use Power Platform to build apps which addresses specific business challenges. You need to recommend the appropriate type of Power Apps to use. Okay, so which one is appropriate? What should you recommend? To answer, select the appropriate answer. Let's see what you selected. Yes, you have a question? Please go ahead. Anyone? Type for us your questions. If I'm going very fast, when you will send the link of attendance, not now. Okay, is the recording of the first lecture cover everything? Do quiz 1. If not, should I be doing the modules on which the question will be asked? Good question, Farouk. So we are now in the exam question sessions. We will not be covering concepts. So if you want to check your knowledge based on the concepts, I recommend you to go through MS Learn, the course. Ammar, can you help us please to put the link again on the chat for the MS Learn? Now,
Yeah, definitely, sure.
Thank you, Ammar. Now, after you cover the content on MS Learn, actually it is there in Canvas. If you did it, it means that you cover it. Start by quizzes that we will be posting on Canvas. So last week we posted quiz number 1, and after this session we will post quiz number 2. So in this way you can start practicing while we are doing the sessions together. Okay? Perfect. So your answers were Canvas app, model driven, Power Apps, portal, Canvas apps. Okay, let's see. So it was like a mix. Let's see. Now, the first one, a field technician needs a mobile app to capture the location and the image of defective products. So, since it is a regular app application and it has the word mobile app, so definitely we are creating Canvas app. Okay? Now, let me go through here. For example, for the apps, if you click on create, actually they deactivate most of them. But here on create, if I go to the template, I will see Canvas app. So Canvas app is a way to create an application that I can utilize on my mobile. Now, the question here will be, can I upload it to stores like Play Store or Apple Store? The answer is no. How we can use it, how we can use the applications that we are developing on Power Apps, we need to download on our mobile phone Power Apps application, similar to Teams, how you download Microsoft Teams on the mobile phone, the same way. And then automatically the application that you develop and or it was shared with you, you can access it within your mobile phone. So if you heard the word mobile app, then straightforward, it is a Canvas app. Okay. Now, the second point, sales representative need to see different views and dashboard in the sales app. So here, if they want to see different views and related to sales, then this time I'm speaking about not Canvas app, I'm speaking about model-driven app. So model-driven app is something that has to do with like tables where I can see contact details, I can follow up. It's not like an application. So model-driven app is the answer. Now, why Power Apps Portal is not the answer? Because Power App Portals is a way to create a website. Okay, so you can create a website using Power App Portals. Okay, so the answer here is Canvas app and then model-driven app. Let's go to the second question together. Okay, let me see your answers. Okay, 90% selected 2, amazing. Here it's asking us, you have version 1.0 of a published Power Apps, you create and publish version 2. So the word here, the key word is published. If you published an application, then automatically which version we will be having? We will be having the most updated version, okay? A customer goes through the process of restoring the previous version of the app. How many versions of the app are displayed in the version tab of the app? So for sure it will be 2, as you mentioned, because the keyword is published. If you saw that they created an application without publishing it, then you will only see 1 version. Okay? So pay attention. Some of these questions have tricky words. You have really to analyze them. Okay? But perfect. You are you are going in the right direction. Let's go to question number 7. A company currently doesn't separate testing, development, and production as per standard application lifestyle management protocol. The company uses Power Apps for accounting and sales processes. The company needs to use only 1 login account per user. Okay. The company also must prevent development and testing from impacting production. You need to implement a solution to meet the requirement. Which method you should select? Let's see your answers. Separate environment, separate mixed Azure storage blobs, we will speak about it, and separate tenant. Let's see the right answer, but this is the right answer because separate environment is what we need to do. Now, in Power Apps, you have environments, okay? You have production. Yes, go ahead. Do you have any question? Ammar, it was you? Okay. I couldn't select more than 1 when answering this kind of question. Okay, this kind of question requires only 1. Okay? Maram. Type. I just want to show you that you can select the environment. You can have the build app with Dataverse environment and other environments. You can have the testing and no, I mean the yes or no questions. The yes and no question, you have to type it. You have to type it, Maram. Okay? If, yes. Sorry?
I think by mistake, Solange.
Okay. Okay, Ammar, please mute them.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so pay attention. You have different environment. You have the default environment and you have the testing environment. We are speaking here about segregating between the development and testing from
Solange, we lost you. راح صوتك.
maybe when you muted everyone. Okay, so the tricky word here is that we are working in parallel on developing, testing, and also we have a solution that is in the production phase. So what we need to do, we need to separate the environment. We will do testing on one environment, and then when it is done, when it is published, we will import it to the other environment. So the right answer is to have separate environments. Okay, now what is this tenant? Tenant, this is something different. Tenant, it means domain. So for example, we are on a different tenant than you. When you answer the questions related to your email, I can see that I have several tenant, correct? So I have at HTT, I have at UAEU, and so on. So each domain is a different tenant. I don't need to go there. I can create the like application in the same tenant, but on different or on separate environment. Okay. Now, I saw that some of you selected Microsoft Azure Storage Blob. What is a storage blob? Anyone knows the word storage blob? What is it? What does it mean? Okay, so storage blob is a space to store files. It has nothing to do with creating an application. Okay, now I can connect Power Apps with the storage blob from Azure so that I can retrieve information or I can store information, but it has nothing to do with creating applications. Okay, separate connectors. What is a connector? A connector is a way where I can connect, for example, with SQL. I can connect with several applications. Okay, so connector has nothing to do with creating different application in different mode. Okay, the word mode is important. So just try to understand. By just trying to understand the question, you can use the elimination technique in order to know the right question. Okay, as you know, till now, you were able to answer the question without really going through a lot of material. But when you go through the material on MS Learn and on Canva, you will master it. Okay, question number 7. Let's go and see. Okay, yeah, we have Noura. Please go ahead.
Hi, excuse me,
Hi.
I would like to ask you about the mode. When you said mode is an important word, is it because it's related to connectors most of the time, or what
No,
did you mean?
no.
Because I didn't see it in the question. Sorry.
Yeah, different mode. I was meaning like you have testing and you
Yeah,
have development and you have a production. So you
production
have different phases
mode.
if you want as
Yeah.
well.
Okay.
Okay. Connectors is a way to connect with like as I mentioned with SQL, with databases, something that is also we can create custom mode where, for example, we can take data from different applications, LMS. It depends on the license that you have from Power Apps, because based on the license, you can have more connectors. Okay, so for this one, question number 8. A company uses Dynamics 365 sales. You have the following requirement. View analytics on account. The model-driven app must automatically send and approve form to a manager when the purchase price is greater than 10,000. And also you need to create a chatbot for the web page to interact with customer questions, okay? You must use Microsoft Power Platform to extend the capabilities of Dynamics 365 sales. You need to select an application for each requirement, okay? Which application should you use to answer drag and drop? Here also, whenever you see drag and drop, now for me specifically, you need to type the answers here, okay? But on Canvas, you can simply drag and drop. Correct, Ammar? And Ammar showed you how it works. And it works the same way on the
Yes.
real exam. Perfect. Now, here, Okay, I understood the question. Let's go through the requirement. I need to view analytics on account. So the word analytics is the key word. If I'm viewing analytics, it means I'm visualizing the data. It means Power BI. Okay. I need to automatically send approval. So I need to create a flow. I need to create a flow, then it will be Power Automate because I'm automating things out. Okay. I need to create a chatbot. If you attended with us the sessions before, we created a chatbot using Power Virtual Agents. So this is the platform to create a chatbot. Let me see if you have answered the same. Yes, most probably the same. Amazing. So this question relies on your knowledge about the usage of each of these applications. Okay, so far so good. Any question? Okay, perfect. And you are doing great, to be honest, by answering the questions. Perfect. Let's proceed. A company is evaluating ways that they can implement AI Builder. Okay, for which two scenarios can you use AI Builder? Which two scenarios you can use AI Builder? Each correct answer present a complete solution. Okay, so how to use AI Builder? Send emails. Let me go through the AI Builder. I'm pretty sure you did it before. So if you go to AI Hub or you will see the different capabilities under AI models. So from here, you can see that you can have something related to generative AI. You can have something related to extracting data from document, from invoices. If I go to images, I can see that I can detect objects. I can generate description of an image. If I go to the text specifically here, I can detect positive or negative, which is sentiment analysis. So just go through these options just to know what are the different capabilities that you can do with the AI Builder. Let's go back to the question to see what is the different options. First of all, let me check what you answered over here. Okay, so most of you answered this question correctly, but some of them you were saying collect data from several data sources. No. Synchronize data from external database. No. Send email to all users who subscribe. Okay, so let's go one by one. If I'm saying send emails to all users who subscribe to a service, write for me on the chat which application or which platform I can use for this one. Yalla, who can tell me?
Power Automate.
Amazing. Power Automate. Yes. So automating things. We are speaking about AI Builder here. So this is not the right answer. Synchronize data from an external data source. What I can use over here? How to synchronize data from an external database? Dataverse, amazing, great. Yes, Dataverse. I can connect it to a Dataverse and then or a connector. Yes, or a connector. Both answers are correct. Amazing. Now, to collect data from several data sources and display a dashboard that shows trending information. Which platform can do this one? Power BI, perfect. Great job, student. Really, you are doing great. So we are left with interpret images and perform an action on the image, which I showed you. We can do it with Power Automate on images. Okay, what else? Let's see. Detect patterns and data and predict outcomes. Also, prediction is something we can do with the AI Builder. Okay, so if you really have a knowledge about the usage of each platform, you can answer these kind of questions. It's straightforward, it's easy. I didn't create the questions. We took them from real word or real exams that was previously posted on the certification. Okay. Let's see this question. A company plans to use AI Builder to help improve business performance. You need to determine which AI models are available for use. Okay, this is also under the same AI hub, which I showed you. Okay, let me see your answers first. Okay, here you said linear regression, prediction, object detection, anomaly detection, text classification. Okay, so look at this question just to try to understand it. It's not asking about the capabilities of artificial intelligence in general, okay? We are asking here about what is available under AI Builder, which I just showed you here. Under AI modules or AI Builder, what I have. I shared with you previously that we can extract, we can do object detection, we can also detect things, and also we can predict. I guess from the documents you can predict. Let me see where it is. Yes, from structured data, you can predict future outcomes from a historical data. So these are the three things that we can do. Now, if I go back here, linear regression cannot be done with the AI Builder. It can be done with Azure. Okay, as we saw with Mr. Khalid when we built weather prediction, I guess, something like this. So linear regression cannot be done with the AI Builder. Prediction, it can be done. Object detection, yes. Anomaly detector, also, it cannot be as part of the AI Builder. It should go under Azure. Okay, Azure AI, like cognitive services, we name them. So not here. So this question, we started in the tricky part, and it requires you to go and start discovering the different options that you have. AI models are very important. You will see a lot of questions about them. So just try to build some of them so that you will have the knowledge during the exam. Okay. So far, so good. If you have any question, please feel free to write it in the chat. Okay. Perfect. Let's go to the second question. I have around 56, but only 26 responded. Please, even if you came late, if you weren't able to submit on time, I need all of you to submit the responses. I just need to see how well you are prepared for the exam. Okay? Oops, what happened? I guess it's like security way of. Okay, if you have any question while I'm loading the page, feel free. Okay, we reached to which question? Do you still remember? Yes, this one. Okay, we are here. Okay, let's read the question because sometimes the question, oops. Technical things happen. I guess this is a way so all of you can answer the questions. Okay, we finished this one, we finished this one. Okay, we are here. A company uses Microsoft 365 and Dynamics 365 sales. The company doesn't have any developer on its staff, okay? You need to explain to the executive the benefit of using Power Platform apps. What are two benefits? Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Now, let me go here and check what you answered. Do you answer them correctly? Perfect. So here are the correct answer. Let's see. So what we are having over here in this question, we are checking the value of using M365 and Dynamic 365. What is the value? The value here, users can send email from Dynamic 365 sales to their personal email address. No, we don't need anything that is related to personal email address. So this is not a correct answer. Users can create Power Apps to create app from different departments. Yes, as we saw, that Power Apps is a low-code, no-code platform where even if I don't have developers on the team, I can simply create an application. And now we have Copilot over there where I can write for Copilot what I need to create, and boom, it will create for me the application. This is why it can be used to create different applications within the same department. We don't need to post it on a Play Store. We just need to use it within the environment, within the same company, so everyone can access it using their username and password of the company itself. Okay? The second question, users can use Power Automate to share information between Microsoft 365 and what was the okay, yes, so between Microsoft 365 and Dynamics, correct. The beauty, as I told you, about Microsoft 365 is that all the platforms are connected together, so it is a seamless experience between sending information from one application to the other. And finally, the company can unify all mobile devices to one vendor. We are not speaking about mobile devices. Okay, here we are speaking about applications rather than mobile devices. Okay, just by eliminating, you can answer this kind of questions. Okay, next. Please, if you want to tell us more, if you want to explain, open your mic. We are open for you also to support us in this session. Didn't work with sales actually. Yes, you don't need to work with Dynamics 365 sales. You just need to know in this particular question that Microsoft application, as you can see, they seamlessly interact with each other. Okay, it's a generic question. It's not really deep into Dynamics 365. Actually, Dynamics 365 requires another kind of certification, but here you just need to know that M365 interact with all the platforms. Okay. Now, this one is about dynamic, but what is the aim here? It's not about your knowledge in Dynamics 365, either chain management, sales, or finance. It's more about your knowledge about the data and how we are storing the data. Okay, let's see this question together. A company uses Dynamics 365 supply chain management and Dynamics 365 finance. User account data must be synchronized. So this is what they are aiming from these kind of questions. They want you to understand that with one user name and password, you have single sign-in to all these different applications that has different usage. Okay, so this is the aim. Okay, you need to ensure that the synchronization data is stored in one place, which is the only place where most of these applications can interact with. Is it Azure IoT Central? No, this is a platform or a application for controlling devices. I'm not sure if you covered it, if Khaled covered this or no, but this has to do with Azure and controlling devices. Azure Active Directory is where we are creating accounts, so it has nothing to do with data storage, okay? SQL Server, this is something outside M365 and Dynamics, okay? But you can add it as a connector. Now, which one is part of M365? It is the Microsoft Dataverse, and I think Khaled showed you how to create tables and connect it with Power Apps, or even we can connect it with Power Virtual Agent, okay? So this is how we have to think about such question. Don't be shocked and say, as you mentioned right now, we didn't learn about Dynamics. I didn't learn about Dynamics, to be honest. This is a specialized platform that you need to learn about, but you need to use your own common knowledge about the different product and do elimination. This is the technique. You need to do elimination. Okay? So far, so good, students. Actually, most of you answered this question correctly. Perfect. Again, 57 joined me. I need 57 responses, please. Okay? Now, let's go to the second question. Ammar, how much time we still have for our session?
We still have around 30 minutes.
Good. Yalla, we will do our best. We are in 13 question. We are on the right track. A bank uses Power Platform app and flows to support business processes. Okay? The company would like to use historical client data to predict whether a client loans application is likely to be approved or rejected. Okay? So we are trying to predict, which we can do it, as you saw in the Power AI Builder. You need to use AI Builder to implement the solution. Which 4 actions should you perform to answer this question? Okay, so what you put, first of all, in order to do prediction, I need to import, correct? I need to import data into a common data service, correct? After I import, I do train the model. Now, why I need to train the model? It is a pre-built model. What does it mean, pre-built? Pre-built means engineers from Microsoft already created a model where they collected data, cleaned data, wrote algorithms, and then tested the data, got a high accuracy rate, and then they created a model that everyone can use it. Now, even if the model was created, you need to train it on the new data. Okay, so remember these steps. I need to import my data. I need to train the model that was already pre-built, and then I need to publish it. Once I publish it, it will be available as part of Power Apps. So here, whenever, for example, structured data, this is the one. Whenever you click here, it will ask you, this is why I'm telling you, even if you are not required to do labs, try to create, okay? Here, create custom model, okay? Sometimes it will give you like a trial. I don't think it will give you the full capacity with a regular account, but try to do it. Try to go through these questions and do it. So what you can see here is that we need to get the data, and then after we get the data, we need to train it, and we will get a model data. Now, after we reach to that stage, you will see the model. I will show you after you do the publish, you will see the model as part of Power Apps. So if I go into an application, my applications, attendance, let's say, after I do like training, publishing, I will see it as part of Power Apps. So I can simply drag and drop it to the canvas so that I can utilize it. Okay, this is an important point. Let it load. We will go back to it later. But my advice to you, don't just read the question and memorize. This is an opportunity for you to understand why Microsoft is asking these questions. They are asking these questions on the fundamental basis just for you to be aware of the capabilities, what you can do. Now, if you want to be an expert, then you go to the second level of creating an application, okay? So here, I guess there is part where it says AI Builder, you see it? AI Builder, and under AI Builder, some of these modules are out of the box, you can use it, but if you trained and publish, your module will appear over here, okay? This is the intent of this question. Okay, let's continue, Mianju. Now, we will go to question number 14. We are approaching to the end. A manufacturing company is evaluating AI Builder. you need to select AI Builder models to address specific requirements, okay? Which model type should you use? Which one will you need to use? To answer, drag and drop model type to the correct requirement. Each model type may be used once, more than once, or not at all, okay? You need to drag and drop, okay. So let me check your answers to this question. Oh, you got a lot. Oh, no, not this one. This one. Object detection, prediction, object detection, prediction. Let's see. So identify products without labels or sale numbers. So I need to identify products. This, since I'm identifying, it is object detection. Okay, object detection will tell me what is this product, okay, without labels or serial numbers. So why it's not saying labels or serial number? So that I'm not scanning them, okay? I'm identifying the product from images, so it is object detection. Here, identify customer who might not pay their invoices on time. So I'm left with two, but remember, they said you can use the same one more than once. I have form processing and I have prediction. Let's analyze this question together. If I'm saying form processing, what does it mean? Form processing, it means that if this is a form, it's extracting information from this form. Okay, this is the meaning of form processing. If I have invoice or a document, it will extract the data and put it in a database. Whereas prediction is I'm predicting, this is the key word, the customers who might not pay their invoices based on previous data that I have, maybe their salary, maybe something related to their company. So it is here prediction. Okay, you see how we were analyzing the questions? It's really easy once you start deep diving into the answers and check the options and do elimination. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Number 15, you create a Power Virtual Agent chatbot. You need to share the bot with other team members so that they can try out the bot before you share the bot with customers. What should you use? Let me see what you answered over here. Okay, you said test the chatbot or test chat feature and demo website. Unfortunately, the right answer is demo website, and I will show you why. Now, if I go to virtual agent, you created a virtual agent last time with Khaled, you remember? What are the different options that I have? If I go here, I have to open the agent and I can do testing. I will show you the difference. So me personally, while I'm creating the agent, I can test it on the site. So this is what you selected here, test chat feature. But the question is asking me that I need to share it. You see, I need to share the bot with other team members. If I need to share the bot with other team members, what I need to do? I need to send it as a demo. Let me show you. So from here, I will click to go to demo website. This is where I'm telling you, try to open the applications and test them. So here I can share this link with my team member and they can start testing it. They will not have the same feature as I have here within the same bot, this feature which is on the side that I'm testing the bot. They cannot see it, okay? I need to publish it and then I need to share it with them in order for them to be able to test it. And this is done through a demo, okay? The first time you didn't answer correctly, but amazing work for those who answered demo website. Okay, now you understand how we are answering the questions. Perfect. Let's continue me and you here. So you are planning to use business card reader and sentiment analysis pre-built AI models to build a solution. Okay. For each of the following statements, select yes if it is true. Okay. Now, I can see that the business card reader model can be used with both Power Automate and Power Apps. Now, Power Automate also, they have their own AI. This is Power Automate. They have their own AI models. I really advise you also to see them. Okay. Most of them are the same like the Power Apps, but sometimes they add more here. They add more in the Power Automate. Okay. So the answer here, what did you answer? Let me see. Yes, 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 no. So the answer is yes, yes. Some of you answered yes, no. The sentiment analysis model can be used in Power Automate only. Now, here is a tricky part as well, because we also, as I showed you before in the AI Builder, we have, if I go back, sorry. Yes, leave this one. If I go to the AI Hub, we have a model about sentiment analysis where it is detecting positive or negative or text. At a point of time, this wasn't available in Power Apps, but they added. So make sure always to update your information as well, because they do update their exams. Okay. So you are right. The answer is yes and no, because the sentiment analysis model can be used and it is available in both. So here you are correct who answered yes and no. Why? I'm wrong. So you are right. Why I'm wrong and you are right? Because they said only. So here, this one, it's supposed to be yes and no. Okay? So you find a mistake for me. Since it is available, let me delete it and add a new answer. Yes, and then no. Why? Because both of them are available in Power Automate and in Power Apps. Okay, so here they are trying to trick you out to tell you that sentiment analysis is only found in Power Automate. No, it is found in both Power Automate and Power Apps. Okay, perfect. Any questions so far? Let me see if you have any question. Okay, why no? Why no? Let me explain to you why no. Exactly. Exactly. Because, okay, this is a tricky question. Pay attention to this one. So, whenever I see this kind of question, I will be tricked by, okay, my sentiment analysis is found in both. Okay, so it should be yes. But remember what they are saying here, the tricky word is only. If they said the sentiment analysis model can be used in Power Automate without the word only, then it will be yes. Okay, since they said only and we saw it, we just saw it that it is in Power Automate and in Power Apps, then the answer is no, because they said only. Okay. Pay attention. So sometimes, even if we know the answers, we are being tricked by these wording. Okay? Yalla. 10 more minutes and we are there. Let's see this question. Your company wants to create a help desk system and implement Dynamics 365 customer service. The company has the following requirement. Provide an application to allow support team staff to chat live with the customers. Automatically import data from Microsoft Excel spreadsheet once a day. So here we have a trigger. Provide a chatbot that can assist customers who need support. Okay, so we need to create a chatbot and we need to do some kind of automation because we need to retrieve data. You need to determine which application to use to meet the requirement. Which application should you use? Let's see your answers over here. Okay, so you said Power Automate and Power Virtual Agent. Amazing. Correct. This is the correct answer, actually. So, automatically import data from Microsoft Excel spreadsheet once a day. This is, we are trying to do automation. So, directly, it's Power Automate. Provide a chatbot that can assist customer who need support. This is, as we mentioned previously, Power Virtual Agent. Okay. Yalla, let's continue. We are in 18. You create a business rule on contact entity to enforce the requirement that users must must enter either a telephone number, a fax number, or an email when creating a new record. The company decides to remove fax from the conditions. You need to update the business rules. What are the two ways of achieving the goal? Let's see what you selected. Okay, you create a business rule. So most of you selected correctly, which is save copy. Some of you take a snapshot of the change the condition and deactivate. So the correct answer is first one, save a copy of the rule and change the condition, deactivate and delete the original one. Why we are doing this? Maybe they changed their mind. So I have it as a rule. Okay. Deactivate the business rule and change the condition. This one, because I don't want really to save it. خلاص, deactivate the business rule and change the condition. Now here, take a snapshot of the business rule and change the condition. This is not really practical. And okay, this is correct. But what we have here, two ways of achieving, okay? You go with the best way, which is save a copy of the rule so that I have it saved because you can do this, versus take a snapshot, okay? Change the condition and activate the changes. You need to really, as we mentioned, deactivate. So the word deactivate is tricky. Now, what I want to show you, let's see if I can show you the quickly over here. Okay, let me continue and then I will go back to it. I want to show you where you can do this business rules. Yeah, this is the business rules. So in the business rules, you can here do some kind of conditions on a specific column. Okay, so you can, for example, add recommendation. Okay, you can lock and unlock. You can show errors. So all these are called business rules that you can do it. So first of all, you need to deactivate and then do the amendment and then save and put it next. Okay. So here we have snapshot, but that snapshot will not help you in anything. Okay, let's continue. Okay, let's do it. We still have two more questions. Okay, a toy company creates a text classification model in AI Builder to monitor customer feedback for specific keywords. Okay, when negative feedback is received for a toy, the company wants to proactively perform engineering reviews for the toy and schedule additional training sessions for workers who produce the toy. What are the two possible ways to achieve this goal? Let me check what you answered. Okay, create a Canvas app. We will see why no. Implement the virtual agent, correct. And build a Power Automate, correct. Use the common data model, no. Okay, let me explain why. First of all, we are trying to take a feedback, okay? So usually a feedback from the customer will come from chatting, correct? So chatting, it means implement the virtual agent. Now, then the company wants to proactively perform engineering review. How to perform engineering review proactively? I need to build some automation so that when I receive a negative feedback, it will automatically schedule additional training session. Okay? You understand why these are the correct answer? Now, create an application. Okay, but it is not really solving the problem or targeting whatever I need here, because the app will not collect feedback from the customer. What is really collecting the feedback is a virtual agent that is collecting the feedback. And use the common data model. It's for storage. It's not. It has nothing to do with these kind of things. Okay, let's continue. We are ending the session. So a company is evaluating AI Builder. For each of the following statements, select yes if the statement is true, otherwise select no. So Pre-built AI builders models are pre-trained, correct, and are ready to interrupt business data implementation, correct. Pre-built AI model exists for both Automate and Power Apps. Let's see your answers over here. Yes, okay, we have no and no. Let me show you. So whenever you open the AI builder in both Power Apps or Power Automate, what you will be seeing over here, pre-built model. What does it mean, pre-built model? Pre-built model, it means that the model is already trained. You just need to use it by giving it some data to train it more, and that's all. Okay, this is what we mean. And if I open Automate, I have custom and I have pre-built. Okay, so I have both. I have both kinds of models. Okay, going to the last question. A company, this one we answered it already. You need to display sales order greater than a specific threshold in a Power BI report. What should you use? Let me see what you said over here. 80% filters and 20% query. Okay, let me explain the difference. So Power Query is where you are doing, for example, calculated fields, something that has to do with calculations, okay? Whereas filtering occurs in Power BI report. So if I open Power BI over here, you will see something called filters, okay? So if I dragged any of these fields over here to this one, I will see advancing filters and I will see basic filters. So what does it mean? It means a way to filter this report based on a constraint. So here I can say it's less than, it's greater than, it's not blank, and so on. Okay. And here also I can put more conditions. So this is the first filter and this is the second filter. Okay. Now this question is tricky because it requires you to really go through the Power BI and understand it. Next session, we will be covering more questions related to Power BI, so stay tuned. Connector has nothing to do with filters, and Common Data Service has nothing to do with filters. It's more like storage and so on. So the correct answer is filter, as I showed you. Now, what is the action on your side? Please submit your answer over here. This means that you were active with us. You were not just listening. You were doing action by trying to solve these questions. Now you can rate yourself. After you answered the question, you can rate yourself whether you are on the right direction. But I can see that most of you are ready for the exam. Step number 2. Go through the material on Microsoft Learn if you already did it on Canvas and try to do notes for you. Step number 3, we have quiz number 1 and we will be posting also quiz number 2 shortly on Canvas. Go through them. They will have more questions. I selected 21 questions. You will have there around 60 questions. Most of them we already covered, but the rest are totally new. So please go through them so that you show us that you are committed. So that's all from my side, Ammar. I guess we are on time. I will leave it for you if you have anything to add in terms of attendance and so on.
Thank you so much, Solange, for the informative session. Well, I shared the attendance link. I shared the attendance link with you guys in the chat, so please make sure to fill in your attendance. And if you have any question, please feel free to ask it. So Kal Kidan is asking when will be the exam, Solange. Shad, I added the attendance link.
We don't have the date yet. Actually, when we see that you are ready, then we will communicate with you and we will together we will put the schedule for the exam. Don't worry, don't panic from now. What we need from you is commitment, and to show us commitment, 2 things.
Exactly.
Attend these sessions that we are doing. This is really critical. as you see, we are explaining while we are like solving the questions. And number two, go ahead and solve the quizzes on the canvas so that we see who are really committed for the exam. The exam is I can say it's easy. It's not very easy. If you have enough information about the different applications under Power Platform. Okay.
No worries. Thank you. Thank you so much, Solange, again, for the session today. Um, if you have any question, please email us at einnovators@صندوق and we're available on the WhatsApp group. If you face any issues, if you have any question, feel free to post it there, and we will certainly answer it. Thank you again, everyone, for attending the session. I'll just wait for 1 more minute, and then I'll end the session and close the attendance link. You're welcome, Jamil. Thank you, everyone. Take care.